Hello, my loves. I hope you guys are doing well. So, today we're doing the 4th week recap. Full month, 30 days being in this journey of weight loss. And it's been very hard, guys. Very hard. I cannot imagine for some of you that had more to lose how hard it is. And I completely, you know, understand how hard it is. And I just pray for you guys that God gives you the strength to continue on the journey. But for all this week, I just want to let you know that I had really good results, thank God. So we're gonna start on the weight. So basically, I lost 2.4 pounds, and this is the scale, as you can see. Very good week. This week I was just praying that I can lose 1 pound, and I ended up losing 2.4 pounds. So yeah, everything is not working perfectly, but it's working little by little. You just have to be patient. So this is how I look this week. As you can see, a tiny bit less bloated, but you cannot see a huge difference yet, just because it might be too soon. Maybe on my thighs you can see a little bit of difference. Let me put the beginning video of the after so you guys can see both and see some of the differences. So yeah, guys, basically I just wanted to talk to you guys about how important it is to lose weight in this day and age, because of how many sicknesses come with it. Like, literally, I feel like 1 out of 2 people are overweight in this country, and people take it really lightly, really lightly, and they don't take it seriously. They keep overeating, eating a lot of sugar. We have sugar everywhere. Literally every gas station has sugar. Every place that you go has a bunch of candies, and anywhere you go there's always something. So I feel like we should really take into account how weight and how food is really like lowering our quality of life. I didn't really realize how bad I was, and you might say, oh no, you're skinny, you're probably just a little bit, just a little bit overweight. No, I'm not skinny at all. I'm skinny fat. I know that I look decent, but I'm skinny fat. Under these layers of fat, I do not have any muscle, or barely any. But I didn't know how bad my body was until I tried this dancing class. I think I told you guys about my dancing class because it was something new that I wanted to try. First I tried the Zumba, then I tried the dancing class, and I realized how bad is my body. How bad, literally. And at first I was trying to just get the moves. Well, I said to myself, well, maybe it's just because I'm new and I don't know the moves. And honestly, this is just an excuse, because when I was younger, around 16, I can pick up moves like this, exactly like the professional is doing it. And I used to be a dancer when I was little. So to me it was like, what the hell is going on with my body? And I had this realization that day when I did the dancing class, that this is serious. I cannot move, I cannot perform how I used to. I was completely exhausted, barely doing the moves, and I was completely exhausted. So it gave me like a wake-up call that day, because even the professor that was teaching the dance was a little bit older than me, probably like 15 15 years older than me, and she was literally toned and jumping and doing all these things. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with me? I just couldn't get it. And I just said to myself, I don't want to live like this for the next couple years, for the rest of my life. I don't want to live like this. I need to make a huge change. And obviously, I'm trying to make it, right? But this change has to happen, literally. It's not only for beauty. Yes, I accept that at the beginning, all I did was for beauty. Because honestly, I didn't like how I look at all. I don't like how I look right now. I don't feel like I'm in the right avatar right now. I feel like I need to peel all the layers of fat or all the layers of, you know, baggage that I have for me to feel like myself again. And obviously, this weight didn't come in 1 second. It came with years of disappointment, a little bit of depression, and things that happened that lead to not taking care of myself, not watching what I was eating, and ultimately not loving myself enough, or not knowing how to love myself enough. So the weight didn't came from one day to another. It came from years of going through stuff, never dealing with it, and as a result, using food as a escape mechanism. You know, I was when I was like literally, I would say I started being bad with food. Probably in 2021, I was the worst. I started being the worst with food in 2021. I was binge eating every day. I will get 3 ice creams a day. I will get McDonald's 2 times a day. It was really bad. Stay like that for many years. After that, I tried to like balance it out and eat a salad randomly, eat some water, drink some water randomly, like, but the damage was done. And when you're aging, and on top of that, you are eating really bad, you're not getting any better, you know? So, yeah. And that binge eating came because of depression, low self esteem, a lot of things that happened, within my personal life that was affecting me that I didn't know how to deal with. So I was going to food, and that was my escape. And I can imagine how some of you feel that you use food as escape to soothe yourself and not feel bad about yourself, and kind of like give yourself a little bit of comfort in your heart, and you think that that is the exit, that is the that is all you have. But that's not all you have. Okay, first of all, God is the center of my life. That's it, plain and simple. When you know a little bit about God, you realize that God didn't give you that body to destroy it like that. The body that we have is a gift from God. It's not guaranteed. So it's a shame that we use it to play like it's nothing. This is so important. This is the temple of God. This that you see here is the temple of God. He created this. So the fact that some of us didn't value it and didn't care about it is the fact that you didn't know anything about God. I knew about God, but in that moment I just didn't have it in the top of my mind. And that's why I was making all these mistakes. So I'm just saying, when you start getting close to God, all of these things become last in your life. Food would become last in your life. When I started doing the fasting, and that's the funny thing, I was binge eating while I was fasting. It was like a spiritual battle for me. So I started knowing about fasting when I was binge eating, because in 2021 I was noticing that, oh shoot, I'm eating too much crap, and I need to slow down. So I started to looking at videos. Oh no, do fasting, try fasting. So I started fasting, but I was still doing the binge eating, and my sugar was an addiction for me, honestly. So it was really bad. And I just didn't have God in my life. I was just using fasting as a tool, not to binge eat so much. But when I added God in it, it was a totally different story, because when you read the word says that you are the temple of God, literally. That your body is sacred. That you are sacred, basically. So it's like all of these things, not only fasting. Fasting It's not only a tool that you use, it's actually a kind of like a your time to clean house completely. So if you use it wisely, you clean house, not only your stomach and not only your gut and your digestive system, but also your mind. You know, your mind plays a game here. Actually, it's the whole game. Your mind is the whole game with weight loss. So yeah, I just want to say that. I wanna I wanna show you my measurements as well for this week and the total inches that I lost. So these are the inches that I lost. I'm not gonna say one by one anymore, just because you can see it, you can screenshot it if you're interested. And I'm just gonna say how much in total have I lost since I started. So far, I've lost 21.7 inches total since I started. So definitely things are moving. Even the week that I didn't lose any weight, things moved because I still lost around 5 inches. So you have to take that into account as well when you're losing weight. Every time you weigh yourself, you have to also measure yourself, because maybe the scale is not going to move, but the measurements are going to move. So yeah. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys are doing amazing. I hope everything I said just makes sense for you. And I hope your weight loss journey it's easy and fast. Thank you.